started dancing at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team.
It's week 3 of the 2022 season, and we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Eagles and the Commanders, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trey Lance.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
They'll run here with a rookie 2nd-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I don't see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That's taken on the 25. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They're led out by the southpaw Tua Tagovailoa in his 3rd season now out of the University of Alabama.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell them, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
2 and now on first down. And Thomas has it. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. He's got Lewis. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Eagles hit 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Here we go, set.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So that drive, 4 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And he'll get this to the 32. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago.
16 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt.
Pulled in at the 24. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about...
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick-6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick-6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And he returns this to the 22.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
These two teams all tied after one. So they come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Tua going to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The lines move there, look like nobody open, now 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
Ready.
Lance now on 1st down. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Lance, open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers. Great hands and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And Lance going to throw. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Fourth down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. Open man is Palmer. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Give him 32 on the play.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Ken Walker, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play at half number 1. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking long for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. And remember, he had a pick earlier and couldn't reel that one in. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On first down, Tagovailoa. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Carlson able to put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Now a hit and a loose football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they have the football. The 24-yard line. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right.
Whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it right away.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Here we go. Here we go. First down and goal to go.
Here's Walker. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
That play over before it got anywhere. Thanks.
As he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Again, Walker.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Now Sam Sloman is on.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie things at 17-all. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Here's Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 40-line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Now, meanwhile, they go. Down, and my goodness, incomplete. Interesting call there to go for it.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Down.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Tua going to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Pollard is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Here's 2nd and 10.
Yellow, 1, quick, yellow, ready, go.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. A gain of 1 there. Washington on 3rd down, not good. Here's Lance. And that will be incomplete.
Lance's pass.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Tua sets up to pass it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And Thomas has it. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And that's complete to Cooks. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Philadelphia first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua swinging this out for Pollard. And he will be out of bounds with a first down as they will have a 1st and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Back to throw is Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Tagovailoa. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Complete to number 10, DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown.
Carlson now to add the extra point.
Carlson on 4-point after.
And the lead is up to 14. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Washington down by 2 touchdowns. And time, a huge factor. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Lance now on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making... Receivers all the way to the end.
And Lance will try again on second down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, and this game's over.
Desperation time here. Lance. That's caught by Palmer. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First down now, but that clock rolling. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Lance again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Lance. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. And Lance now to throw. This one goes underneath to Walker. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. To throw again on second down. Lance throwing the out route, and he connects with Fan. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Philadelphia, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.